Hey everyone, welcome to part 3 of my Steamworks Unity tutorial series. In this video, we're going to go create some very basic UI to display the list of friends we have in Steam, as well as learn all the calls needed to obtain the name, profile picture, and the status of each friend. So let's get started. So to go about this friend list, we're just going to create a very simple scroll view. And I will make it very simple, because I know I want to spend most of our time here on the Steamworks stuff and not just the UI. If you're interested in more about UI, we'll be creating some videos in the future that will focus on that. For now, we'll just do something very basic. We'll remove the horizontal one because we do not want that. Just keep the vertical. And within the content, our friends will be, we'll just create a vertical layout group. So what we're going to do next is create a prefab for our friends. I like to start off with a panel. And what this will do is we will be able to use this to instantiate a new friend for each one that's on our friends list within Steam. And I'll just put a width and some height here. I'll expand it out. And similar with what we've done with our display name and image above, we're going to want an image for our friends as well to display their avatar pictures. And also another text to display their name as well. Create a quick image there. Also create friend name. Call it friend here. And decrease the size of that a bit. Position. Expand out. And in addition to this, I'm also going to create, I'll just duplicate this, a text for their online status. Make that a little bit smaller. And by default, I'll say it's an unknown status. And I will lower that down here. Now that that is set, I'll create a new folder for our prefabs. And just drag and drop this in here, and it is now a prefab. Okay, now that we have our prefab for our friends, I'm going to create a new script here. Called a Steam friend. And part of the prefab, I'm going to attach it. And I'm doing this so that we can have access to all three of these, the raw image, friend name, and online status, through the script there. And that we can manipulate it for each and every friend that we have here. Okay. Delete the initial mono behavior functions there, and I will create serialize the fields. Pro. Oops, sorry. Another raw image. Call it a red image. Field. Pro. Name. And status. So we have that set up. Let's create the function where we generate the friends list. What I'd like to do is just creating a header for these. Brings it out as well. So we're going to create a generate friends list function. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the total friends that we have. Steam friends. Get friend count. And it has this enum in here. Highlight it. And we're going to give it this immediate flag here. And what that effectively does is just tell Steam to get all the friends on your list there and count them. There's certain flags that'll say, just grab friends that are part of certain groups, but we're not too interested in that. We just want all the friends in our group that are part of our friends list. So that's what that's representing there. And then now that we have the count, let's create a for loop here. For each one. Friends. Iterate through them. Grab texture here. Call it file image. Null just to start. Just have this empty. And we're going to grab the ID of the friend. And this is what Steam uses the struct as their IDs for a lot of things, not just friends. It can be your ID, it can be lobby IDs, chat IDs. We'll be seeing this pretty frequently here. This Steam ID, future tutorials as well. It's also used for, as I said, for your friend's ID. And Steam ID to Steam friends. Friend by index. Index will be I. And we'll be getting, same as before, we're getting going through that immediate list, our just general friend list there. Alright. I'll grab the name of the person. Friend. And it's very similar to call. I'll get our persona name. It's going to be get. And persona name. And we just give it that ID we just got. And we'll do something similar for the image as well. Image. Go to new friend avatar image. And as for the state, whether they're online or offline, go persona state, just the struct they use. That's going to be equal to friends dot friend persona state. Oh, this is actually an int. So we're grabbing technically grabbing the ID of the image, not a string of it. So again, similar to how we did the display image there, if the friend image ID is not equal -1, we'll take our friend profile image and set it equal to get the basically function that we created earlier there, get steam image as texture 2D, while giving the friend image ID there. We've got that. We're going to create the new friend from the friend list. And what we'll do is we'll actually need a reference to that prefab that we created earlier there. Compile. And while that's compiled, I'll also first attach everything here. Friend name, friend status. And back to our Steam calls. How do you this? Surprise field. Object. And prefab. We've got a friend prefab. What we do is create a brand new game object, which is going to be that. Instantiating. And then we'll also need a reference to the container that's going to be holding our friends there. That'll be that content part. So do is this field transform, and we need access to the transform of this here. Friend container. Okay. Give it friend container here. Okay. Once we've got that sorted, we can then go back into the Steam friend here, and we're actually going to set this up so that we are setting all friend. And kind of in addition to this, I'm also going to give a reference to the Steam ID here. So that in the future, and we add on to this, we call more functions. We'll actually be able to, we'll already have the Steam ID of this particular friend handy. Using Steamworks. Steam ID here. And we'll just call it set friend display fields. Sorry. Void. Maybe we'll give it name of the friend. The status, or current status. Up there. Texture 2D that we pulled. And there's Steam ID. And we will set those right here so that the name, the name, friend status, people status, was that probably there, the friend image, texture is the image, and that the friend Steam ID is to Steam ID there. Yeah. So that should be all we need there at the moment. I'm actually going to change how this status works here, but I'll get to that shortly. So we instantiated our friend. We will then call a friend dot get component. We'll actually grab that script that we added to it there. Steam friend. Dot set display fields. Our name. Status here shortly. So profile image. And the Steam ID. Add it in right there. Okay, change this so that we're giving it the persona state type here instead. And then we can put that right there. And I'm just going to change that spelling there. Okay, so we have got this set up so that we are now pulling and creating this, basically a new friend prefab for every friend that is in our current friend list on Steam. I'm going back to this here to do that for now. And what we'll do is, because there can be a series of different states, I'm also going to create a separate function here. Private set state. And I'll give it persona state status. Yeah, do just that there. I'll create a switch case statement to deal with this here. Switch, pass it in the status. And do is with the case. The persona state. And kind of go down the list here. I'll start with away. And go set the friend status. Text to away. And we can, let's set the color. Let's set it to yellow there. Why not? Seeing a little more clearly. So I'll just take this. A few more of these. Go state busy. I'll call that one red. So let's color it red there. State, let's go invisible next. And because they're invisible, offline here. And I mean, there's certainly nothing wrong with setting up just to maybe just not display any friends that are either invisible or offline, but just to kind of show that we're going through the list here, I'll include it in. Restore. Also go to the offline state next here. Actually call it offline. Array as well. Let's line. Set this to green. Okay. Default state. Unknown status just for now. That. Give it gray. see here. Okay. So what I'll do is when the display fields get set, I'll also then set the friend state based on the status given. Friend. It's the online status of the friend. Okay, cool. We have our friend class set up here. It is attached to our prefab. In Steam calls this generates friend list. We can actually call this. That's after start here. Okay, do assign the friend prefab. Steam calls here. And then I will also assign content here as our friend container. And then I will also check that one's all set up. Yeah, I'll delete this empty one right there. If I hit play. Cool. Yeah, you can see I have two friends, Greg and Khalil, both there. Their status is currently offline. It's gray. Images are upside down, which discuss the same issue we had with our display image there. And that is an easy fix. It's going to make it one scale there. If I play again, they are set there. Because they're both online, it's hard to, there's no way to right now see what that looks like with the online status, but if our code works correctly, it should show up as online and green instead. Yeah, first we'll kind of show in the following tutorials how to make lobbies and everything that's involved there. Hopefully you found this helpful, or at least informative, and we'll see you next time.